All right, here in class example 5, it says that there's 2 routes from Pitland to Queensville, 3 routes from Queensville to St. Luke's, and 3 routes from Pitland to Rutherford, and 1 route from Rutherford to St. Luke's. So we have this diagram here that shows us all of these different routes, okay? Now, for part A, it says how many routes or routes, however you want to say that, are there from Pitland, so this P right here, to St. Luke's, passing through Queensville. So we have to go through this point, which means even though I could get there this way, I can't count that as one of my possible choices. So let's take a look. How many routes are there? Well, if I go from here to here and then up through here, that's 1. From here to here, and here's another one. From here and here, that's 3 possible choices. Okay, so we have 3 possible choices here, but then we can also go this way, okay, and over here, and this way, and over here, and this way, and over here. So there's another 3 choices. Now, I made the mistake here of times putting a times, but we just counted 6 possible ways, right? Let's do that one more time. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so there's 6 possible choices. Now the fundamental counting principle tells us that I would multiply all of my options. Well, the reason I would do it this way is we could say, okay, there's 2 ways to get from Pitland to Queensville, and then there's 3 ways to go from here to here. So the first way I showed you this was just showing you every possible way, and we added all those up to get 6. Here, if we use the fundamental counting principle, then we can just say there's 2 options to get to Queensville, and then 3. We can times those together, getting 6 as well. So we would times those to get 6. So we're going to go ahead and try and use that principle in part B as well. It says, how many possible routes are there from Pitland to St. Luke's passing through Rutherford? Well, there's 3 ways I can go from Pitland to Rutherford, but then there's only 1 way to get to St. Luke's from there. So we have 3 times 1. There's 3 possible ways. How many routes are there from Pitland to St. Luke's in general? Well, if we just take our answers from before, we can say 6 plus 3. Okay. Another way, so that gives me 9. Okay, so we just have all of the outcomes there. We've already done. If you wanted to do it using the fundamental counting principle, we would basically just need to show it 2 ways. Okay. The first way we would say is 2 options here, 3 options here. So we have 2 times 3. We'd put that in brackets. And then we would add that to this other way, 3 and 1. So we 3 times 1. Okay, so you do it that way. It's important here with the add these steps and not multiply them. But that's how we'd get C in number 9. Now that's kind of illustrated here in this note. In any example involving OR, the total number of arrangements can be found by adding. So because here I had this option, I could go to here or I could go to here. That means I'm going to be adding those options there. And that's exactly what we did here. So that's how you do class example 5.